During a Senate hearing, outgoing Defense Secretary Leon Panetta and General Martin Dempsey spoke on their initial feelings about arming rebels in Syria.
Did you support the recommendation by Secretary of State, then Secretary of State Clinton, and then Head of CIA, General Petraeus, that we provide weapons to the resistance in Syria? Did you support that?
We did.
This is the latest revelation that senior administration officials disagreed with the decision to only supply non-lethal aid to the Syrian rebels. CNN reports on some of the behind-the-scenes decision-making.
A U.S. official says the U.S. has not armed the rebels because, quote, the White House has no appetite for it. Last summer, then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and CIA Director David Petraeus made the proposal, but it was rejected.
With more than 60,000 dead in Syria over the course of the 22-month civil war, there's been increasing pressure from many Republican leaders to take a more pronounced role in the conflict. Leading that charge is Senator John McCain. What this means is that the president overruled the senior leaders of his own national security team. The crisis in Syria represents a graphic failure of American leadership. According to the New York Times, leaders of the Syrian rebellion have long appealed for foreign weapons while also promising to return what they do not use. The article went on to point out the possible advantage of the U.S. being in the favor of rebels if they do take over the country. But according to Bloomberg, the reasoning for not supplying lethal aid in Syria remains the same. The White House National Security Staff opposed providing military aid or training to any Syrian rebel groups, in part because they feared it might fall into the hands of Islamic extremists, and also because they thought it would undercut Obama's election year message that he was extricating the U.S. from costly overseas military ventures. Despite this rift in the outgoing administration, Leon Panetta also added, obviously there were a number of factors that were involved here that ultimately led to the president's decision to make it non-lethal, and I supported his decision in the end. The White House declined to comment on the Pentagon leader's statements on Thursday. For Newsy, I'm Jamal Andrews.